Thank you. Get situated here. Nice proclamation, huh?
Nice. Very nice.
All right. Good morning, everyone. Thank you for coming out and enjoying this exciting Hays Park ribbon cutting ceremony. Although this is a papered speech, I promise it was written from the heart. Where's Lori? Lori, you actually have a beautiful view now. This is Lori's house across the street here, so now she has a beautiful view to look out. Woohoo! And thank you for letting us park in your driveway. I'm Kari Hays Dalton. This is Kelly Hays Downs. We have Don Hays, Laura Hays. You want to raise your hands? And we are the grandchildren of Chester Gordon Hays. There's several other members here of the Hays family. We have Bree back over here. She is great grandchild. Danny, great grandchild. Brad showed up, great grandchild. Ethan, great grandchild. And Madeline is our great grandchild. She's up far right over here. She's already been enjoying the park and she approves.
Yeah.
So this park was named after Chester. He owned several parcels of land throughout Prosper, but this was one of his favorites because he used to raise cattle right here. He sold his property to Dave Dotson in the 70s, and then when Dave started developing it, Dave donated 2 acres, these 2 acres, to the town of Prosper to use for a park, provided that the park be named in honor of Chester. This was a tribute to Chester's volunteered community services throughout the years, and then the town leadership agreed. So here's some tidbits of info about Chester. He was born in 1904 here in Prosper, actually Bloomdale, up the road. He also went by other names throughout his life, such as Stopper. He played catcher in baseball. CG for business acquaintances and friends. But his grandchildren knew him as Granddad. Granddad was the oldest of 7 children, and when he was 13 years old, as the mayor noted, his father, Amos Hays, who was the town marshal at the time, was shot and killed in downtown Prosper over a business deal that had gone wrong. So Granddad now had to step up and be the man of the family. So he quit school and he started to help provide for his mom and his siblings. He was quite the spitfire. Yes, he was a tough one, as most of those Hays boys were and are. Chester was a lifelong member of the Methodist Church. He was a Boy Scout in his younger days, and he loved to play sports. In his mid-years, he managed basketball teams and umpired for local baseball teams. He married Lita Bell Robinson in 1929, and they had 2 boys, Billy Gordon Hays and Denny Lynn Hays. Chester was a wonderful husband and a sharp businessman. For someone who never graduated from high school, he was extremely smart and did very well for himself. He had a service station downtown, as well as an oil distribution business. He and Lita also owned a grocery store downtown, where Famous in Oregon sits right now, that building. That was their grocery store, the Hays Grocery Store. They handed out many meals to those in need. He was also involved in town politics. He was mayor, city secretary, president of the Collin County Mayors Association, Collin County Red Cross Committee, Prosper School Board for many years. He was on the committee for planning Prosper's very first homecoming in 1953. He was on the board of trustees for the church, Mason with the Lee Lodge, and he was on the Collin County Grand Jury and various other finance and committees and boards. He was also instrumental in the downtown Saturday drawings. Merchants would pitch in, and then Granddad would stand in the back of his truck and draw out names. But if you weren't there, you didn't win. It would go into the pot for the next Saturday drawing. And Betty, I think you said you won one of those drawings? It was enough to buy some groceries?
$5.
Woohoo! $5! Woo!
I took it to the grocery store and I've got a lot of groceries.
That's awesome.
$5 back then.
But Granddad worked hard and it paid off. He retired and sold insurance on the side. However, he spent most of his retirement enjoying his cattle on this land right here, and then he had another parcel across Preston Road. All of us grandchildren have very fond memories of Granddad. He was a very loving grandfather. He would take us riding in his pickup truck, like we were literally in the back of the pickup truck, feeding the cows, showing us the country life. He had cats in his barn that were really supposed to be there to take care of the mice, but he ended up feeding those cats every day, and he called him his kidno cats. Kidno cats. Although he was a jokester, some of his jokes could not be told in mixed company, but he really had a huge heart and would help out anyone that needed it. I know he is smiling from up above and excited that this park is opening back up, hoping that there will be lots of sporting and recreational activities taking place here. The Hays family is already talking about having the Hays reunions here. Hopefully the rest of the town will enjoy it as much as we will. He would want us all to keep that old town Prosper community feel. In closing, on behalf of the Hays family, this is a very proud and exciting honor, and we are thankful that his name will be carried on. A huge thank you to everyone that came out today to celebrate this exciting occasion. And a huge thank you to Mayor Ray Smith, the Town Council, the Parks and Recreation Board and committees, along with all of the assistants that helped organize this ribbon cutting ceremony, the Prosper Historical Society, and everyone involved in the construction of making these park updates happen. It is absolutely beautiful.
It is beautiful.
Thanks again, everyone. Let's enjoy this lovely park.